District Attorney Fonnie Willis, well, the court records have been unsealed. And guess what? No mention of her in these divorce records. No mention of her at all. Hundreds of pages, not one mention of the DA. Put up the picture full mask. Let me remind you why everyone paid attention to the distraction rather than Mr. Roman, who's actually on trial for trying to overthrow democracy. His defense attorney filed a motion. On the last day, he was allowed to file a motion before the trial. It's called a pretrial motion. He files the pretrial motion, indicates by way of rumor and conjecture that the district attorney is involved in an inappropriate relationship. And because of this, his client should have all charges dropped, which is insane. Because even if there's a violation of an office policy between two consenting adults, it is not a statutory violation against the rights of the defendant, nor is it a constitutional violation against the rights of the defendant. But still, the motion wanted the divorce proceeding, the documents, to be unsealed, insinuating that in those documents, we would somehow find evidence of this rumor. Fulton County, Georgia, the recently unsealed records pertaining to the divorce of Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade do not provide evidence of an improper clandestine relationship with his superior, Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis. Wade was appointed by Willis to lead the investigation into Georgia election interference case. He's basically the manager, all right? He's the guy to make sure all of the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. It did result in the indictment of former President Donald Trump and 18 others. Let's make the main thing again. Put him up. Him. That's the main thing. Co-defendant Michael Roman, a former White House aide, filed a motion alleging a romantic involvement between Willis and Wade, along with saying, and they benefited from this relationship and from the prosecution. Roman also requested the unsealing of Nathan and Jocelyn Wade's divorce records. All right? There's more. Cobb County. This is where it happened. Cobb County is next to Fulton County. Cobb County Superior Court Judge Henry Thompson ordered the unsealing of these records on Monday. However, the extensive documents spanning hundreds of pages make no mention of Willis or any other potential romantic interest. Nathan and Jocelyn Wade were married on June 21st, 1997. They separated August 15th, 2021. The timeline is important, with Nathan Wade filing for divorce November 2nd, 2021. Now, before I go and give you the rest of the details here, you do know the headlines will not be as sensational, will not be as robust as the initial headline, which was based on rumor. Now we have a fact. The fact provides a contrast to the insinuation of the motion. The motion filed by the Trump co-defendant said you will find evidence of a romantic relationship in this filing. Unseal it. A judge decides to unseal it. There is no evidence that a relationship was taking place at that time. None. Here's the other thing. Fonnie Willis, the DA, through a spokesperson, said very clearly, we will answer these questions in court. Well, what happened? After that, a motion was filed as a rebuttal from the DA's office, basically saying, I have no unique knowledge of any information that would be germane to a divorce proceeding with Mr. Wade. Who told the truth? She did. Who insinuated a lie? Mr. Roman. These are the facts so far. There's more. So in her counterclaim, and this is the counterclaim of Jocelyn Wade, a counterclaim is normative in divorce proceedings. In her counterclaim, submitted November 30th. Now watch the timeline. This is 28 days after Mr. Wade filed for divorce. 28 days later, she files a counterclaim. She submitted a comprehensive list of interrogatories. Interrogatories, and let me explain this. Interrogatories are basic but probative questions that you are to answer. All right. So you can say, describe your romantic entanglements. Was there excessive alcohol use in the relationship? These are interrogatories are presented in the counterclaim. All right. These questions cover financial matters related to Nathan Wade, along with personal aspects, including sexual partners, casual meetings with other women than his wife during the marriage and separation, social media, dating, website activities, and inquiries about both drug and alcohol usage. Nathan Wade responded to the interrogatories in the counterclaim on December 2021. All right. But according to Jocelyn's attorney, the response was deemed woefully inadequate as it included only a few incorporation documents, one bank statement, and minimal answers to personal interrogatories. She wasn't satisfied with the answers, but here's one answer we have, had nothing to do with DA Fonnie Willis. Can we all agree that the answers, the questions, the back and forth, the claim, the counterclaim, and then the counter to the counterclaim had absolutely nothing to do with DA Fonnie Willis? There's more. Over the subsequent 2 years, Jocelyn Wade's attorney repeatedly complained about Nathan Wade's willful refusal, it is called, to provide the requested documents or answer interrogatories. In May 2023, the court ordered Nathan Wade to submit all outstanding documents, including tax records and pay stubs, which he partially complied with in June 2023. Subsequently, he faced contempt charges August 2023 and was directed to provide additional credit card statements and law firm records. So let's go to September. Now, if he doesn't provide, let me say this, if he doesn't provide the information required by the court, you are then technically in contempt. It's up to the judge to enforce the contempt action or not. Looks like this judge enforced the contempt action. That is separate. That is separate from any issue with DA Fonnie Willis. I can't see the district attorney being involved in his interrogatories or whatever legal strategy he and his attorney may have as it relates to the counterclaim. Has nothing to do with DA Fonnie Willis. Once again, September 2020.